Hey everyone! Today we're looking at another Audible book review, this time Social Engineering, The Science of Human Hacking by author Christopher Hadnagy. This was published back in 2019, and TLDR, my rating is 4.5 stars. But let's talk about why, starting with the author's biography. Christopher Hadnagy, also known as the Human Hacker, is a man who wears many hats. He's a best-selling author, international speaker, and the founder of the Social Engineering Company. He's a master at manipulating people's trust and has spent years studying the art of human behavior. He's been featured on numerous TV shows, including Darknet Diaries and Hacking the System. But don't let his charming personality fool you. Hadnagy is also a fierce cybersecurity expert who's dedicated to educating people about the dangers of social engineering. He's been instrumental in exposing the vulnerabilities of major companies and has helped organizations around the world improve their security. So, if you're ever in need of a cybersecurity expert who can charm the pants off of anyone, look no further than Christopher Hadnagy, the Human Hacker. Summary. The book is broken into 11 chapters. Let me spitfire them so you know what you're getting here. Chapter 1. Basic overview of social engineering, SE, and why he felt the need to write a second edition, mostly fluffier. Chapter 2 is on OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence. This helped me see the true power of the intel gathering phase. Chapter 3, profiling folks' communication methods using the DISC profile. 4, pretexting, which is the art of lying, sort of. You'll learn how to get the information you need using a variety of methods and preparation. 5, how to build and take advantage of rapport. 6, a great chapter that details 8 SE principles that center around influence and manipulation. Chapter 7 is how to frame a narrative and elicit the desired response. 8 focuses on nonverbal communication, where 9 is on the various common methods of social engineering, such as smishing, vishing, impersonation, etc. Don't worry if you have no idea what I just said, he explains it in that chapter. 10 is on building a security awareness program and responsible culture through SE tests and the aftermath. Finally, chapter 11, you'll find advice on how to get started on your personal, professional social engineering journey with tips on mastering technical skills to finding your first job. Audience. The author clearly states this book is for folks looking to break into social engineering. There's a bit of content directed towards companies that might want to incorporate social engineering as part of their pen testing too. And I'd agree with his assessment. This isn't really a broad audience-friendly text. He uses a good amount of technical jargon without explaining it all for first-timers. And while there are a lot of really good stories to back up his ideas, it's just too technical and step-by-step to probably appeal to the masses. And that's okay. He said it was for aspiring SEs, and I think he did a good job at that. My thoughts. I have no doubt Christopher is a social engineering mastermind. He has a ton of fun stories to help relate all of his ideas, which really helps to reinforce his teaching. I like that he did not shy away from sharing his failures. Those are some of the best stories. Hearing him say super awkward stuff is great. If you're anything like me, the thought of doing this is overwhelming. Going up to a stranger, starting a conversation, gross, then building rapport with them just so you can get them to do stuff they shouldn't. My heart is beating just at the thought of it. But hearing his failures helps keep my own blood pressure under control. Everyone fails and makes mistakes, and that's all right. It's part of the process and was really encouraging. Overall, I'm glad this book was free. I'd be kind of pissed if I paid for it, because there's about 10,000 shameless plugs for all of his other stuff. Websites, programs, courses, podcasts, hot damn, it was a lot. Mind you, I'm not an aspiring SE. I'd like to learn some of the skill to be sure, but definitely would not want to make this my full-time employment. Those resources may be valuable to the right target audience, but I'd tone it down. You don't need to tell me about all 200 of your podcasts. I get it. You talk to a lot of people, you've done a lot of things. Again, the book was free, so plug away. The TLDR here is it's a great overview of social engineering. I'm better off reading it. If I want to skill up in this area, it's a fantastic place to start. A more accurate title, The Starter's Guide to Social Engineering. How to land your first social engineering job. Audible version review. The voice actor for the Audible version is the author himself, Christopher Hadnagy. He's well-spoken, easy to understand. There are a few things that do not translate to the Audible version, however. The open source OSINT Google dorking portion, which is the art of using specific searching criteria, it translates to something like this. In URL, US, period, gov, space, in text, password, space, file type, SLXX, is not easy on the ears, especially when said a few dozen times. The other section that might be better in a hard copy would be the disk profile. Now, thankfully, I've taken this before and understand it pretty well, but when he was talking about the upper right with the D and the I quadrant and the S and the C and the inner circle, it's tough to follow that picture when spoken. Definitely something easier to see. Overall, those 2 points are not enough to detract from the experience. And, best yet, I was able to listen at 2.5 speed, which was really neat. Definitely helped me power through the book. Highly recommend, check it out, and until next time, thanks for watching.